Chet, what went into the defense in overtime tonight?
Oh, man, just execution and effort. Obviously, they got good firepower over there, and they kind of put you in dilemma as well, using their guys and what they do. But throughout a 48-minute game, I think we did a good job of feeling it out and making everything tough, and then going into overtime, I think our feel for what they were doing kind of took over. And then from there, it was just effort. There's no scouting report on, AC. Was that overtime or was that in the fourth? AC running back, getting the strip and transition.
That was fourth.
Oh, that was the fourth. All right, well, it was the same mindset, I guess, in overtime, just, making winning plays and then playing for each other.
Chet, Mark mentioned how they had the conversation with Shea that if that overtime was the situation that he wouldn't play. Is that tough for you guys to not know that going into that situation? Like, you're probably expecting him to step on the floor for overtime, but then...
Well, I mean, we didn't come into the game tonight knowing it was going to go to overtime, so we weren't even discussing what if it goes to overtime, anything like that. We were just focused on trying to win the game outright, and then it goes to overtime. That's the situation. I wouldn't say I was surprised, but I definitely found out in the moment and was kind of like, oh, okay. And then from there, we just snap into what we got to do to try and win the game. Once we found out Shea and Hart were both out for overtime, so huge credit to Jay Will and everybody else that stepped on the floor in overtime. They were ready when their name was called, made plays, and we were able to win the game.
Chet, what did you think of the physicality tonight, and specifically the dust up with Lou and J. Will and Jokic?
I'd say anytime two good teams clash, two teams that really want to win, two teams that have seen each other in the regular season and the postseason, it's going to be physical. It's going to be a battle. I'm not a ref, so I can't sit here and say this is how I would have called it and this and that. And, the one thing I would say is that's a tough game to ref. Just as, like you said, a physical game, a lot going on. And, I just credit our guys for not letting that become a distraction and just, trying to play the game for what the game was. However it's being played by the other team, however it's being refereed, just kind of going out there focusing on what we need to focus on.
Going back to that overtime period, do you feel like that was kind of something that these past few weeks helped prepare you guys for that moment with Shea and Hart out?
Yeah, I'd definitely say any experience, any similar experiences, the prior ones definitely prepare you for the current ones. We definitely have a lot more reps under our belt of those lineups that were on the floor in overtime. So I can't point at specific because we did this 2 games ago, we got it right in overtime. But I definitely say in terms of feel, rhythm, confidence, it definitely helps.
We talked to Jared earlier, and he said that he hasn't played in the playoffs. This felt like a playoff game. What have your early impressions been of him, and what does it say about him as a player to be sort of thrown into an environment like this, like full speed into a game where there's 2 teams with history?
Yeah, he was great tonight. He's been great since he's gotten here. You can't underestimate him because he paints his nails. He'll go out there and, make every single shot if you leave him open. So you really got to guard him, and then when you guard him, you can still find ways to get a shot off, make shots, make big shots. He's big for us tonight, and we're happy to have him.
You think? You had so many guys out. You had guys kind of step into different roles. Does that help you tonight? Isaiah wasn't necessarily shooting. Joe wasn't shooting it well, but he has the big steal.
Yeah.
So was out to McCain. Just had a lot of plays like that to help you get back.
One, I'd say I don't think Zay had the volume tonight that he has in the last few games because of how well he shoots it, how well we've found him. And it's like there's a couple plays where, where they would normally rotate, they didn't even rotate off of him just because of his shooting gravity, and that opens things up for other guys all over the floor. So, and then on top of that, you put the effort that he puts in on defense, the plays that he makes. That doesn't surprise anybody. So he was big for us tonight as well, and he's been amazing over this recent stretch.
Go, Adam, last one.
Yeah, Chet, 21 rebounds, career high. Congratulations for that. Just looking back when you were in college, entering the league, one of the biggest critiques was like your size, strength. Can you just talk about your growth in that department, going up against two of the biggest, most physical bigs in the league and having your career high in rebounds?
Yeah, I'd definitely say, I try to put a lot into, my body, making sure that I continue to get stronger over time, continue to, stay as healthy as I can, take care of myself, and I definitely think, that's paid off for me, and I've gotten better in a lot of different areas. But I think I still have a long ways to go with my body, with my game, everything all around. So, I don't want to let one night excite me too much. I still got work to do.
Thank you, Chet.